I would now like to request Mr. Saurabh Sharma, Director, Asian Education Group, to give the inaugural address.
Good morning, everyone. I would welcome you all to the orientation ceremony of the PGDM 2021-23 batch at Asian Business School. I would firstly like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Vipul Sabharwal, who is the Managing Director of Luminous Technologies, and Ms. Rutu Gupta, who is our guest of honor, for gracing us with their presence here today. I would also like to thank Dr. Sandeep Marwa, who is our president of the Asian Education Group, for always being the guiding force behind all our endeavors at Asian Business School. Students, I feel that today is a big day for all of you. I think it marks the commencement of a new journey for you all. The so-called post-graduation years. If schooling was the commencement, this would mark the finale of your formal educational journey. Though I personally believe that education never ends, but yeah, it's the finale. Because after this, you will move into the corporate world. I think that there are two experiences or two kind of modes of learning you will experience over the next few years. The next 2 years, it will be the college learning, and after 2 years, it will be the corporate learning. So what I feel is that these 2 years won't come back again. Out of my interaction with all the students, some of our alumni as well, the one common point which I found in some of them was that when they made the switch to the corporate world, they realized that they could have utilized these 2 years at their college in a much better way. Because after you start working or running your own business, it's very tough to come back into the college life or do this course all over again. So this course is like an opportunity for all of you, which you can take utmost benefit from. So I would just say that don't be one of those students who later on repent that I could have been more effective, active in trying to let more skill set be a part of my personality. So I think just let this 2 year phase sink into you and make the maximum use out of it. The other thing which I want to tell you today is through the recently held Tokyo Olympic Games. I think all of you youngsters must be very keen to watch the sports. I think I myself had a wonderful time witnessing such events. I think the biggest Indian contingent of 127 sports person ever sent, and we had the best result till date because 7 of our sports people won the medals, the best result for India till date. But I feel that there's a lot to learn from these recently held Tokyo Olympic Games as well. Majorly three, I would say. One is that just like that 127 contingent of sports person, you are a similar number. They were treated with equality, like the Olympic Committee or the Sports Ministry never chose these 7 people who will be winning the medals. They never knew, nobody knew that who would be the top 7 players or 10 players or who will be the medalists. Same way at this stage, we don't know that out of you all, who would be the one who would successfully be able to start their own business, who would be entrepreneurs, who will be having their own startups, or who will be having those huge packages of 20, 30 lakhs or maybe more. We don't know. For us, you are at an equal platform, just like they were at an equal platform for the sports ministry. Now, it's your shared determination, it's your shared effort over the next 2 years, which they also did. And that's why somebody as young as 23-year-old Neeraj Chopra won the gold medal for the country. So that's what you can also align yourself with, that the college will be same for you, faculties would be same for you, or everybody, I would say. But then which ones out of you actually shine further and make maximum use out of it totally depends upon how you imbibe those things. The second thing which I want to make you learn from these recently held games is the fact that it's not the genetics, but the rituals or your daily practice. Like people believe that you have to be from the business family background if you want to start up something in that field, or you have to have a lot of money to start up something of your own, because if there's no funding, idea is of no value. These are all myths. Because if it was all about genetics or family, then Neeraj Chopra's father won't be a small farmer in Haryana. So the point which I want to make is that each one of you has equal platform when you're entering Asian Business School. Each one of you can succeed and can aim to achieve his or her goals. So just feel and be assured that you will have that equal platform over here for each one of you, and sky's the limit for you. The third thing which I want to make you, you can say, learn from these games is the fact that there's a word called as invisible fences or impossibility thinking. Again, it's similarly connected to the last point I made, but then there are certain notions which we make in our mind, which in reality are not there, but then eventually these notions create a hindrance in between our success and where we are right now. Example, the fact, if I relate to these games, that I need to be participating in a couple of Olympic games first in order to win a medal. No, some people even won when they participated in the very first Olympic games. Same way, it's not important to struggle for 10 years before getting that Ivy League job, or it's not important to struggle for few years to start up your business. There are people who I know who just within their college time frame only started with the ideas which they had and are into wonderful businesses today. So these are all invisible fences and impossibility thinking, what I call them. Don't fall prey to that. You all can succeed and achieve your goals to whatever level you want to. So just don't confine yourself. You are anyhow changing. So you're coming to a new city from your hometown. Faculties are new. You were into a college doing BBA, BCA, BCom. The other faculties were different. Here would be different. The hostel would be different. Your classmates would be different. You'll have new friends. So when you are having so many new things happening to you over the next few years, why not new habits and new rituals? If you actually end up going through any of the interviews of these athletes, the one thing which you find common in them is that they were actually following a very disciplined setup or routine for the last 4 to 5 years. There were people who have never had a pizza or a burger. That is what the first thing they had once they won this particular medal. So what I want to say is, if you are dedicated, if you are disciplined, and if you have a routine, which is not important that you had to have that routine before, you can just start. Everything is changing. Just develop a new routine. Probably reading could be a routine that I read 10 pages a day. Start with maybe 5 pages a day, and then maybe a diet, maybe a workout or something or the other, and then ensuring that whatever is expected to be done by your faculty members towards you and you towards them is done. I think if you follow that, I don't think any one of you, why should you not? You can achieve anything which you are thinking in your mind. I think lastly, I would just want to say that there's a difference between these two words I'm just about to tell you. One is well-being, and second is being well off. So they look quite similar, but there's a huge difference. Trust me, success on the outside would mean nothing if you are not feeling successful within. So with these words, I once again welcome you all to Asian Business School, and I hope you have a wonderful, enriching, fruitful journey here with us for the next 2 years. Thank you so much.